Today we're working on a element of art, just one of our elements. What element, think in your brain, what element do you think we're working with today? If you thought color, give yourself a pat on the back, because that's the element we're working on today. What colors, think in your brain, do we have here? We have red, yellow, and blue. Those are special colors. They're called primary colors. Repeat after me, primary colors. Good. So primary colors are special because no other colors can make them. So these are the colors that make all other colors, but no other colors can make our special primary colors. So these are very special colors for artists. And today we're going to use these colors to make 3 other different colors. These are primary colors, and we're going to be making secondary colors with them. Say secondary colors. Yeah, so our primary colors, they make our secondary colors, and we're going to do some magic with these in just a minute. Now, before we do our magic with our beautiful primary colors, we need to set up our table and our tray with all of our materials. So supply managers, you have a lot to do, so you're going to pick a partner to help you do this, someone that sits at your table. So you're going to pick someone to help you out. At your table, you're going to need a cup of water with brushes in them. You're going to take your pencil cup, put it to the side at your table, out of the way. You're going to need a red paint cup, a blue paint cup, and a yellow paint cup. So your tray is going to look something like this. Paper handlers, you're going to get enough paper for people at your table. So your table is going to look something like this. 3 different color paints, 1 cup of water with brushes, and 1 paper per person at your table. Paper handlers get paper from the front. Supply managers pick a partner to help you get water and paints. Do that now. Now that we have our table all set up and perfect, ready to get painting and starting our magic tricks, we need to make sure we set up our paper correctly. So before we do any magic, we got to make sure our papers are set up so that we have space for all the different magic tricks that we'll be doing today. So first off, fold your paper in half. Okay. And fold it in half again, like this. Beautiful. When you open it up, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 different boxes, so it'll look like this. Take a pencil, trace those lines so we don't get confused, like this. So your paper should look a lot like this. So we have 4 separate areas on our paper. Then at the top 2, you're going to divide those in half like this and use your best judgment, your best eyes to do it. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is some practice magic we're doing today. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. If you'd like, you can number them, but you don't have to. 5 and 6. Excellent. So let's go ahead and get that set up so that when we get to our magic, we will have separate spaces for each trick. So go ahead and do that now. All right, now we have our tray set up the way we need it. We have our paper set up the way we need it. we need to take these little tops off, and they just pull this tab up and squiggle it off, and it looks like these. So we'll take all those off, put them out of the way, because we'll put those tops on when we're done. Oops. Okay. And let's make sure we can see all this. Oh, very nice. Today, since we're doing some magic, we need a special magic wand. And today that is our paint brushes. Ooh, so magical. Be gentle with them. Make sure when you get your paint, if you're getting paint, you're washing your brush. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. In the very first box, for our very first trick, we are going to put down a little bit of yellow. And you don't have to fill the whole box. Get a couple dabs of yellow, fill it in so it looks a little something like this. Nice big box of yellow. Try to keep it in that first box. Don't creep it into the second box because we need that for a different magic trick. Then you're going to rinse off your magic wand, your brush. Be gentle, right? Make sure you slide the water off. Don't tap it, because then we get these icky water spots on everyone's paper and we might get it in our eye. We don't want that to happen. So be gentle. And then with your brush that's a little wet, dab the sponge so we get extra water off the sponge and we don't make our paint watery. Now we started with this primary color yellow. We're going to add a little tiny bit of our primary color red. Ooh. And we're going to put it on top. If you know the trick, don't say it out loud and ruin it for everyone. Keep it to yourself. And you're going to paint over that yellow. Oh my. And what starts to happen? We're getting some, what class? What color is this? Orange. We got some orange going here, and this seems to be kind of a dark orange. If you want it to be a little lighter, you can add some more yellow. Before you put your brush into that yellow, clean off your brush gently. Slide some of that water off the side gently. Dab your sponge, get that water off there. Ugh. And then you can get some nice clean yellow paint. And well, it's starting to lighten up. Just say, lighten up, orange. Lighten up. And if you want it lighter, you can add some more, but since you have orange on your brush now, you gotta wash it. Slide it, dab it, get some yellow. And you can do that as many times as you want. Now, who knows, think in your brain, what do I want to do if I want to make my orange darker? Trick question. Who knows how to add some magic to that? Yeah, you add red, but you need to rinse your brush off always so we don't mess those paints up. We wouldn't like that. Dab, sponge, and dip into the red, and we can make some dark orange. And I'm going to have one side dark orange and the other side light orange, so we can see that there are actually different orange colors. Very cool. So go ahead and get that first magic trick going. Yellow first, red on top. Make a light orange and dark orange. Make sure to rinse, slide, and dab your brush before getting new colors. For our next trick, we're gonna start it similar, but it's gonna end up a little bit different. Make sure your brush is nice and clean. Slide, dab, start with some yellow. Ooh. And same thing, we're gonna get 1, 2 dabs, kind of slide it around, maybe one more, because this is a little bit bigger of a box. And Fill that up as much as possible. Then you're going to rinse off your wand. Rinse it off really good. Be gentle with the water. Slide, dab on the sponge. And now we're going to grab some primary blue. Just a little tiny bit. And let's see what happens. What kind of magic is this? It's turning what, class? It's turning green. How fun is that? What a pretty green that is. Now, who knows the trick? Who knows the trick of the trick to lighten up our green? How can we lighten this up? Lighten up green? You're too serious. How do we lighten them up? Wash the brush and add. Well, slide, dab, and add. Yellow. If you said yellow, pat yourself on the back, because that is how you're going to lighten up, because yellow is lighter than our blue primary. So do it on one side, lighten that up. Oh my, it looks like a beautiful lime green on that side. Ooh, I like that. And then we're gonna make the other side a little darker. Who knows how to do that? Who can guess what magic we add? What's the trick? Well, first wash your brush, slide, dab, and add. Blue! If you said blue, give yourself a pat on the back, because blue is darker than yellow, and it will darken up our green. Ooh, turns it almost a turquoisey green color. Very pretty. So now we have a dark green and a light green. And we made that with these two primary colors. Yee. Let's go to our seats and try our green. And for our third trick, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to wash our brush, slide, dab, and add red. We're going to start with the red this time, a little different. We're going to paint into the box number 3. Paint, paint, paint. Add some more red. Oh, how lovely. Beautiful red. And maybe one more dab just for fun. Looks good. I like it. Alright. Then we're rinsing off our brush. And we're gonna slide, dab, and add some blue. Just a little bit, because blue's pretty dark. And let's see what starts to happen to our red. It's turning purple. It's kind of hard to see on my camera, but we'll lighten it up a little bit. It's a nice dark purple. And to lighten it up, we need to do what? Clean your brush. Slide. Dab. Add. No. No. Red. So let's add some red to one side and lighten it up. Looks pretty good. Maybe I'm going to add one more dot of red because it still looks really dark. Wash brush, slide, dab, add a little bit more, and we got ourselves a lighter purple. Ooh, looks good. Wash your brush. We're going to make it darker, so we're going to wash your brush, slide, dab, add a little bit of blue. Ooh, and now we have a dark purple. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. And so we've got We've only used 3 colors, our primary colors, our element of art of color, to make orange, green, and purple. And not just one of those colors, we have a light and a dark of each. Awesome. Now you get a chance to do a number 3 on your own. Go ahead and do that now. In this last box, we are going to try a trick of mixing blue, red, and yellow together to see what happens. Think in your brain to yourself what might happen. Slide, dab, add. I'm going to start with the yellow first. Yellow looks good. Maybe one more little dab to fill that box. Rinse, slide, dab, and add a little bit of red. And if I add red to my yellow, what happens? Think in your brain. We turn to orange. Ooh, very nice. Then wash your brush, slide, dab, and add a teeny tiny bit of blue. And think in your brain of what might happen. And let's see. Oh, it's turning kind of muddy looking. And you should end up with a sort of a brownish grayish color, which is what happens when you add all the colors together. They're kind of looking a little brownish. If it's really dark, what could you do to it? You can add yellow. Wash your brush, slide, dab, add to lighten up that color to see if it, oh, turning a little brown. Yep, and that's what happens when you mix all the colors together evenly. So you'll get kind of a brownish color. So if you're ever painting dirt or chocolate or any of those types of things, you can add all the primaries to make brown. So go ahead and do that in your last box. And if you finish all 4 boxes, you get to try your colors, try your magic on your last 2, and you can do anything you'd like. So take the time to wash your brush, slide, dab, and add any colors that you would like. The only rule is you need to mix them. So if you're painting, make sure you wash, slide, dab, and add other colors so that they mix on your paper. Ooh, very nice. So, you can do that once you're finished with all 4 of these. All right.